going to have a bit of an advantage, but I don't think he is because we discussed this subject during my birthday show, but it wasn't any of the actual trivia questions that from that show. I thought we can play a little game of The Price is Right with James Bond cameo prices, James Bond celebrities. For anyone who doesn't know, Cameo is an app that you can get a celebrity to wish you happy birthday or say Merry Christmas, or you can give them a message to either give to you to yourself or to or a loved one or to whatever you want to do, whatever message you want them to send, they'll record it for a fee. And there are some Bond alumni who are on Cameo, and back in June when we did my birthday show, we talked about it, and we some of these, Bill might remember, so I'm sorry, apologize in advance to Shayla, if Bill has a photographic memory, but I don't think Bill is going to remember unless he has a photographic memory, and I don't know what some of the prices were, and actually a couple of them did change from June. So Shayla, are you familiar with the show The Price is Right at all?
Yes, I love The Price is Right. Okay, The Price is Right is like a Canadian kid rite of passage when you're sick, home from school. So I've watched my fair share of Price is Right.
Okay, so you know how it works, Bill. I'm assuming you know
Yeah.
how The Price is Right works.
Yeah.
Basically, on the show they have a prize, and like you guess the retail price of the item, and then you have to name the price without going over, and if you go over, obviously you're out. And but the contestants place bids, and then the contestant who's closest to the actual retail price of the item in their bid, either wins the item or wins the prize or something. So the way I wanted to, thought we can do this. Obviously, I don't have any prizes, so you're out of lucky, both of you. There's no rewards at all for being on this podcast. But I thought we can just for a bit of fun. I thought maybe we can do this. So let me cue up the game. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm your host, Jack Lugo. We are here and we're gonna play a game called The Price is Right James Bond Cameo Edition. I'm here with my contestants, Bill Koenig and Shayla. Are both of you excited to play this game?
Couldn't be more excited.
Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right. Well, this is I put all of like 10 minutes into researching this game and putting it together. So this could be a disaster, or it could turn out really fun. Either way, I think we'll have a good time. All right. So and then we also have a studio audience joining us. Studio audience, how do you feel about this game? Oh wow, we have a really enthusiastic studio audience with us today. Bill, do you have anything to say to our studio audience that would make them applaud?
Hey everybody.
They're really impressed with you, Bill. I think they might be rooting for you. Shayla, do you have anything to say to our studio audience?
Yes, I'm gonna win this game. Let's do it together. Me and the audience. Let's go.
Oh, well, it seems to be that the audience are on both of your sides. So either one of you wins, I think the audience is going to be happy. All right. So what I think we can do is, I'm going to name a Bond alumni, and what we will do is you're going to bid, place a guess as to, or a bid as to what their cameo price is. So I'm going to go quickly to the Cameo website. And like I said, just bear with me because this will be fun for the listeners who can't actually see what I'm doing. And, they're having to listen to me kind of type and find things that I need to find. But yeah, that's always fun.
On Jack's birthday show, we played a version of Jeopardy, and which you download, and they play old commercials in between segments. And one of the old commercials was Anthony Zerbe for Chrysler, I think. It was a car commercial.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like, so when we came back from commercial, I said, oh,
So yeah.
Name
Yeah,
the Bond villain who just did a commercial we heard.
So yeah, this isn't as involved because I did all like graphics for that and stuff, and like I had an actual app that would like put everyone in the game. This is just I'm kind of doing this kind of a lo-fi version of that for this game. So all right, so is everyone ready to play the game?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, so first up, we have Sean Cronin. So Sean Cronin played Reynard in The World Is Not Enough. So for Sean Cronin, let me see if I can get his cameo up. Hold on, just give me a second.
I think actually Robert Carlyle played Renard.
Oh,
in The World Is
oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Robert Carlyle.
I wasn't sure if I should say.
No, that's good. I was thinking, wait, what?
But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I see. I totally screwed up. I'm just not a good.
Sean Cronin, $5.
He's Renard's henchman number 1.
Right, Renard's.
Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
that's right.
No, don't be sorry. My gosh.
Yeah, Renard's.
That's gonna make it harder to figure out what would he charge.
So thank you for correcting.
Also, if I remember the rules of The Price is Right, if you go over, you lose.
Yes, if you go
over,
we'll just do like a point system. So whoever's closest without going over gets the point.
That's fine.
So let me see if I can bring up Sean Cronin. Sorry, I totally spaced out there.
No, it's all good. I just figured I didn't want it to go out on air and have everyone be like, whoa. He doesn't know his Bond.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting.
It literally happens.
Wrong.
No, it totally happens.
Really short guy who whistles Goldfinger in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Is he on the Cameo?
Hello, people. My name is Sean Cronin, a super villain, a horrible, nasty villain. I've been in 82 movies. I've died in 79 of them. Fantastic Beasts, James Bond, Harry Potter, Mission Impossible. The list goes on and on. And today I have joined the wonderful Cameo. So I can now make a video message for you, or a one-to-one video call, or an audio message. So I can give you a message for your Chihuahua, Konnichiwa, or for your friend Norman, or is his name Musker, I'm not sure. So for a nominal fee, some of which is going to go to charity, 2 of our favourite charities, which is one is the RSPCA for the Royal Society for Protection Against Cruelty to Animals, and the Meningitis Trust, because I've just directed a film called Give Them Wings about a gentleman, a disabled chap. So some of the money is going to be going to charity, a good lump of the money. So please do book me now. A message for your mum, for your dad, for your son, for your daughter, for your girlfriend, for your auntie, for your grandmother, for your chihuahua, or even for your friend Oscar. Book me now on Cameo.
All right, so that was Sean Cronin, who played Reynard's henchman. So let's start with Shayla. What do you think Sean Cronin's cameo price is?
I'm gonna say $80.
All right, Shayla, I'm writing this down. See, this is all a very professional operation, as you can tell. All right, so Shayla's bid is $80. Bill, what is your retail? What is your bid?
90.
90. Wow. All right. So the actual price of a cameo from Sean Cronin is $45.99. So you both are wrong.
Well, Shayla's closer.
Yeah, but we went over.
Yeah,
we both went over. You're right. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no. You guys are terrible at this game.
Wow. We're just warm.
You both get that, by the way.
We're just warming up. We're just warming up. That's all. We're flexing our muscles, Bill. We're gonna get this.
Yeah, I need to be more conservative, I guess.
All right. So next up, we have Britt Ekman, played Mary Goodnight. So let me see if I can bring up Britt Ekland's cameo page here. I have this very professional system of me typing into my keyboard and looking it up in
or some of you may know me as Mary Goodnight in The Man with the Golden Gun.
Can you hear her?
Oh, with
Yeah.
my favorite Bond, Roger Moore. Or if you're into horror, then I'm Willow in The Wicker Man. I am so thrilled to be here on Cameo, and I will fulfill your wildest dreams. Just give me a shout out.
All right, so that was Britt Ekland. Let's start with Bill. What do you think is Britt Ekland's asking price for a cameo?
$69.95.
$69.95. All right, Shayla, what is your bid?
I feel like I've seen stuff that she's done that I've been like, wow, I wouldn't pay that. That's a lot of money. So I'm actually going to say higher, and I think it's going to be like $110.
$110. Okay.
Watch it be like $30, and I'm just like way off. But I've seen prices of her before, and I've been shocked.
All right. So Shayla is actually the winner of this round because Britt Ekland's asking price for a cameo is $399.99.
Holy!
Which is up from June because we had this discussion during my birthday show. In June, it was $299.99. It's actually gone up by $100.
Holy moly! I didn't like Goodnight that much. Sorry, Britt. Sorry.
Wow, Britt Ekland, not very popular on this podcast.
I actually am not a Mary Goodnight hater. Like she's fine, but wow, that's a lot of money.
Well, I guess she has fandoms even outside of James Bond. I guess
That's true. That is very true.
Peter
I'm only speaking of from Bond because I haven't seen her in anything else.
Peter Sellers fan since she was married to him.
Yeah. So
Maybe.
like I would imagine that maybe there are some people who will pay that much out of being fans of her overall and multiple things.
And fair play to them if they do. I'm not trying to shame anybody for having their
I
money.
know. Just a reminder, some of these celebrities do this for charity. So the entire amount doesn't always go to them. Like sometimes they'll indicate that it's for charity. Sometimes they don't. So I'm not trying to put anyone down, or the celebrities down for having their cameo prices if they're expensive. So it is what it is. I'm just sort of, pointing out what their prices are. All right. So Shayla gets the point. Shayla is ahead on this game. So next up we have Rachel Grant, who was Peaceful Fountains of Desire. Let's see what Rachel Grant's, if I can get to Rachel Grant's asking page. And of course it's telling me I did the search wrong. And we're just going to have to, Rachel Grant.
In the meantime, if you haven't listened to her interview on the Spy Hards podcast, it's very insightful. She's very, very fun to listen to.
Yeah, no, she does seem like a fun person. I've seen her do interviews. All right, so here's Rachel Grant.
I am finally on Cameo. Woohoo! I can answer your questions. I can tell a joke. I could even sing you a song in my operatic voice.
Whoa.
I'd be very happy to do that. Now, the great thing about me being on Cameo is that all proceeds go towards the Padua Charitable Fund, and we do wonderful work in the Philippines. We help underprivileged communities. That means rebuilding slum homes, building schools, typhoon shelter, supplying food to needy communities after a typhoon, for example, or clothes. And I would love for you to be part of our projects. So all you need to do is book me, and all the proceeds go towards our wonderful projects. So I shall see you on Cameo. Bye.
All right, so that was Rachel Grant. She has a very powerful voice. I must say. Shayla, do you want to do like a sing off with Rachel Grant and see if you can replicate
Absolutely not. I'll leave
her
that to her.
Okay. Bill, any chance? No.
No thanks.
Okay. All right. So what is your bid for how much a Rachel Grant cameo will cost you if you decide to get one?
Am I going first this time? Are we going back? and
Oh
forth?
yes, yes.
Is that what?
Okay. Yeah, Shayla, you go.
Okay, I am gonna guess like $170.
Okay, so 170 is Rachel's bid. What is your bid, Bill?
She's been doing other interviews besides Spy Hard. She did one with David Zariski, on YouTube, and I think she's done others. So she's been trying to elevate her visibility. I think I will say 250 because she's very explicit that this is for a charitable cause. I think she's wanting to get as much as possible. So I'll go with 250.
All right. Well, the actual asking price for a cameo from Rachel Grant is $29.99. You both went over. So
wow. I would have thought for sure. Wow.
That was just awful, guys. I mean, I'm disappointed in both of you. In fact,
who has a point on the board right now?
That's right.
Shayla. All right. Well, Shayla. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do this again because that was just really bad.
We've earned that. That's fair.
All right. Well, so that was Rachel Grant. Neither one of you gets a point for that round. Just a few more left. So Shayla is ahead with one point.
1 point. 1 to nothing. Yeah, we're quite aware of that. I'm quite aware of that.
All right. So next up, we have Simon Cassianides, who played Yusuf, who's Vesper's boyfriend in Quantum of Solace.
The Cassium, whatever.
Yes, I know you all must be very familiar with him. Let me see if I can pull up his Cameo page. Let's see. Go back here. Yeah, here he is. All right, so yeah, Simon Cassianides played. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He played Vesper's boy.
I look forward to doing some shout outs to the special people in your life, or even maybe yourself. Hit me up. Hi, this is Cassianides on Cameo. I look forward to doing some shout outs to the special people in your life, or even maybe yourself. Hit me up.
All right, so very short and sweet. So yeah, Simon Cassianides, I think that's how he pronounced it. He's on Cameo. He's done other things too, aside from Quantum of Solace, but obviously Bond fans, we know him as Vesper's boyfriend. So let's start with Bill. What is your bid for how much a cameo from Simon Cassianides will cost?
$4.95.
$4.95. Okay, well, that seems reasonable.
At least I'm pretty sure I won't go over this time.
Shayla, what is your bid?
I'm gonna say $20.
All right. So the actual retail price or price of a cameo from Simon Cassianides is $109.99. So Shayla gets another point.
This whole Cameo thing is blowing my mind. How is Rachel Grant only $29? And what? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Rachel Grant, I would raise my price a little bit.
Yeah, seriously, wow.
You know,
because she's been in a lot of stuff, like a lot of like stuff that has quite a big like followings. Like, so I'm shocked. These numbers they don't make any sense.
All right, so
but I'll take the point.
Can you imagine getting him, spouse, and your spouse like listens to the audio? It's like, who's this guy again?
Oh yeah, or like if you have a spouse who's a Bond fan, and like
it would be similar to Jack's response about getting a star as a Christmas present,
Yeah. All right. So next up, we have Paul Hages, who was a screenwriter for the Casino Royale. I think he also did the screenwriting for he
Quantum of
also
Solace, yeah.
Quantum of Solace. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's also
I give him 100 for Casino and minus 105 for Quantum.
All right. So Bill, not a big Quantum fan.
This is Paul Hages, and I'm in New York. And I'm here on Cameo doing shout outs or giving advice or encouragement to writers in your family or anybody else who you might know in order to raise money for a very important cause, one that's dear to me. And that's the Children's Hospital and School in Haiti that we support. It's the Academy for Peace and Justice and St. Damian's Children's Hospital. And they've been really hard hit by this pandemic on top of everything else. So, there are those affected terribly and those who are being just devastated. I don't want to minimize what any of us are going through, but when you're living in a slum and you can't even get decent sanitation, it makes things much, much worse. So this is for them, and so please be generous and get a shout out or some advice for a friend or family, and the money will go straight to them. Okay.
All right. So that was Paul Hages, who's the screenwriter on who was credited for Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. So. All right, so let's start the bidding. Bill, how much do you bid on a Paul Hages cameo?
$49.95.
$49.95. Okay. All right. So Shayla, what is your bid?
I'm gonna say 35.
$35. Okay. So the actual cameo price of Paul Hages cameo is $99.99. So Bill is on the board.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah.
All right, Bill. I this is such a special occasion. I think you've earned this actually. Let me see if I can get this sound. There you go.
I do terrible at these competitive things. Another podcast, it's Family Feud, and I should have said clown suit, and that would have won the game, but I didn't because I was taking the question literally, and
Yeah, then you also lost Jeopardy to David Lowbridge Ellis.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just terrible at this stuff.
All right. Well, next up is Robbie Coltrane. Now, Robbie Coltrane is not currently available on Cameo, but he does have a cameo. And when his cameo was available, we actually did discuss this on my birthday show, but I don't know if Bill remembers.
I don't remember
okay.
it.
So yeah, no,
Seriously, I don't remember it.
Robbie Coltrane obviously has a following from Harry Potter. That would probably most people outside of Bond fandom would recognize him more. Would recognize him more from Harry Potter. But
Coltrane, you may recognize me from I don't know, Tutti Frutti. You might remember me in Cracker. You might remember me in the comic strip. So many things. And of course, Hagrid in All the Potters. What a great gig that was. I'm here on Cameo to raise funds for charity, and I would be delighted to make a video for you or a loved one, all for a great cause. So if you would like a shout out for your birthday or an engagement, a wedding, whatever, or bar mitzvah, or a new baby, or goodness knows what else. Whatever the occasion, even just a special message for a fan, reach out to me at Cameo. Thank you.
all right, so that was Robbie Coltrane. Now, like I said, his cameo currently isn't available, but I remember, we had this discussion around my birthday show and at that time it was available. So I took down. I'm just using the price that it was back in June. So let's start with Shayla. What would you bid for a Robbie Coltrane cameo?
Okay, so if Britt Eklund is $399 and this man was Hagrid and Valentin Zukovsky, I'm gonna say $450.
$450 is Shayla's bid. So Bill, do you have a bid?
250.
$250. All right. So the actual cameo price, this is dating back to June of this year, was $349. So he is his price now is actually cheaper than Mary Gooden and Britt Eklund's cameo is.
Further proof that I don't understand this website. But Bill got the point, though, right?
Yes, Bill has the point.
Are we tied now?
We're tied at 2.
You're tied at 2. So
Yeah.
so Bill is
One more to decide it.
All right. So I mean, I'm trying to think. We have a couple. I have 2 more. So
Okay.
We'll see what
Nice.
happens on the next round. But Bill, I gotta. So I thought Bill would appreciate that. All right. So next up is Julian Glover, who is also currently not available, but I backtracked to what his cameo price was back when it was available. So let me see if I can bring up Julian Glover real quick. Obviously, you know him from Your Eyes Only.
Indiana Jones.
Yes, and Indiana Jones.
Oh,
The Empire Strikes Back.
what a guy. He's one of my favorites.
Episodes of The Saint. Back in the day.
Yes, I think I've actually seen him so far because I'm rewatching, or not. I'm not rewatching. I'm watching for the first time The Saint. I think I've seen some. I think I've seen him. And Honor Blackman, and there's so many
Lois
people
Maxwell.
from Bond. Yeah,
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
David
Awesome.
Hedison's in one.
I love the David
Julian
Hedison
Glover,
episode.
I'm an actor, and you might know me from certain films like Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Harry Potter, when I played the Spider, the Bond film For Your Eyes Only, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Game of Thrones, of course, and let's forget 2 full series of Doctor Who, many other things. Anyway, I'm here for you if you would like me to send greetings to anyone, to yourself, or to a friend who's getting married, or someone engaged, or a birthday, or a celebration of any kind. Please just call on me and I will provide that introduction or greeting for you. So, good luck, and I hope to hear from you soon.
All right, so that was just Julian Glover. Now, as I mentioned, his cameo is not currently available, but I backtracked it to when it was, and I found out what the price was. So we'll go based on that. Now, yeah, because they do change them occasionally; they go up and down, but that's the closest I can find. Now, let's start with Bill. Bill, what is your bid for Julian Glover?
200.
200. All right, Shayla, what is your bid for Julian Glover?
I'm gonna say 275.
275. All right, the actual cameo price for Julian Glover is. Well, let me see. Now I've lost my own spot. See, I'm a terrible host. All right, so the actual retail price of the actual cameo price for Julian Glover is $112.50. So you both went over.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, guys.
There's no rhyme or reason to this. There just isn't.
Yeah,
I mean, Rachel Grant is $29.99, and
it's baffling, mind-boggling.
Yeah, you guys got this again.
All right.
I mean, can you imagine being a contestant on that show and hearing that? You'd feel like, you feel awful about yourself. Like I wouldn't want to be a contestant on that show just for that reason, because I don't want to hear that sound.
The Price is Right actually goes back to like 1956. There was a version, and Bill Cullen was the host, but the format was different. It was less manic than starting with Bob Barker onwards, starting in the 70s. But like I remember the Mad Magazine parody of the Bill Cullen version was you had all these screaming contestants. There was this one guy who got everything down to the cent, but he didn't want the prize. Oh, I'm just doing this, play the game. And like the audience is getting madder and madder about it because they expect the contestants to go crazy. And this one guy is like calmly doing this thing. And finally, Bill Cullen gets a call from President Eisenhower, like, we got to do something about this. What's that, sir? Okay, yes. So then it's like a rocket. It's like, name the price of the rocket. And it's like, and the guy gets it down to the penny. Okay, well, you got the rocket, and they take the guy up into the rocket, and they blast him off. And then it's like, well, we won't be seeing him next week, but instead we'll have this guy. He's going, yeah, and that was the gag in the Mad Magazine parody. It was an early example of Mort Drucker working for the magazine. Right, total trivia there.
That's awesome.
Very interesting. Now, this is going to be the tiebreaker. Denise
So
Richards.
excited to join
Denise
you.
Richards,
I've heard a lot of
ooh.
you are asking, and I cannot wait to connect with you this way. So send me your requests. Hi, it's Denise Richards. I'm so excited to join Cameo. I heard a lot of you are asking, and I cannot wait to connect with you this way. So send me your requests.
All right. So Denise Richards, like Robbie Coltrane and Julian Glover, she's not currently available, but I backtracked it to when it was. So yeah, this is. I mean, you guys must be incredibly nervous right now because everything is on the line right now. Between these two contestants, I gotta say, the studio audience must literally feel the
tension.
In the room. A studio audience, if you can feel the tension in the room, can you please applaud? Just to, yeah. I mean, they're really excited. So we don't want to let them down. We don't want this to end in a tie. So think very, very carefully about your bids because obviously the studio audience wants a resolution to this game. They need it. So if it ends in a tie, I don't have any more after this round. They're going to be incredibly disappointed, and I'm going to have to give you several of the horn blasts. So if you want to avoid the horn blasts, please try not to go over. All right, so let's start with Bill. Bill, what is your bid for Denise Richards?
Well, let me just preface this by saying this is not a comment by me of her acting ability. Rather, it's a strategy to make sure I don't go over. I will say $5.
$5. Wow. All right.
Playing it safe. Playing it safe.
Being a little ultra conservative on
Wow.
that bid,
See, now to me, out of all of the people mentioned, she should be the most expensive, just based on what I know of Hollywood and people's like careers. To me, she should be like the most expensive besides like Robbie Coltrane. But is she as high as Brit? Oh gosh. But I don't want to play it safe like Bill. I want to live life on the edge. So I'm gonna say like $139.
$139. All right. So this is the moment of truth. This is gonna determine who is the winner. If Shayla bid over, then Bill wins. If Shayla did not bid over, if she's
she'll win. Yeah.
She'll win. So this is exciting. Let's see what the result is. Let me get the envelope. Tearing open the envelope. Yeah, you gotta love the theater of the mind. Anyway, so the actual cameo price will be revealed after this commercial break. No, the actual.
You're killing me.
I gotta build tension. This is what the host is supposed to do. You're not supposed to just give it away. You're supposed to build and build and build. All right. So, are you guys ready?
Ready.
Reveal who's the winner? The winner of the game is Shayla Miller, everybody.
Yeah.
Actual cameo price of Denise Richards is $250. Shayla bid $139. So she was only $111 off. Shayla, I mean, the studio audience is really excited for you. Let me see if I can hear from our studio audience. they're thrilled.
I told them I would win for them, and here I am.
This must feel very fulfilling. To be the victor of this incredible game. I must say, I think I did as good a job hosting as I could. But I give Shayla, you've amazed us. You've amazed the studio audience. How do you feel having won the Price is Right James Bond Cameo edition?
I feel absolutely exhilarated. It was such a fun experience. I know nothing about Cameo still, and I have no comprehension of how they choose prices, but I'm happy to have won.
Well, thank you. That was a very gracious response. Now, Bill, unfortunately,
my losing streak continues.
Your losing streak does continue. You lost Jeopardy to David, a while back, and you've just lost the James Bond Price is Right Cameo edition. Do you have any regrets or anything that you want to sort of say? I mean, our studio audience wants to find out how you feel after this devastating loss.
When Rachel Grant goes for $30 and some of these others go for like hundreds and hundreds, like I can't figure it out. So I'll.
Yes, granted, this game that isn't really a skill-based game or like a game where that depends on your knowledge. This is more of like a guessing game.
Yeah.
So's
the Price is Right. So
yes.
You go.
Yes. But you did come close on Jeopardy, and you came very close. It seems like you get right to the edge of victory, and then it pulled away.
And I choke.
Yeah, I feel bad. I mean, I every time I do this and Bill loses, I kind of feel bad about it afterwards. but I'm happy for Shayla. I'm really happy.
Yay.
I'm happy for Shayla. Yeah.
Yes, and the studio audience is also happy for Shayla. Studio audience, if you're happy for Shayla, can you let us know? There you go. Don't you just feel the love, Shayla? How does it feel to be loved by an audience like that?
It feels so amazing. And you know what? Hopefully Barbara and Michael are still listening, and she can send me a copy of Spectre. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get because I can't buy anything from the Bond store.
That can be your prize. Hopefully, just wait in the mail. I told her I was going to look at the mail every single minute of every single day, waiting for it to come. So you should do the same. Because but yeah, I don't have any prizes. David didn't get a prize when he won Jeopardy for my birthday show, and so obviously, I'm coming across as a lousy host and a cheap host, but that's what it is, folks. So thank you both for playing the game. So I wanted to also do some a little bit more